Gaza City. I just wondered how you and your family feel about this today.
Devastated, I have to say. It has been 672 days that we are trying to get this crisis that started with the Hamas attack to an end. It's incredible to think that anyone from our government wants this to continue. All we want is for the release of all hostages, those who were murdered for burial and those that are barely still alive for rehabilitation. And I want the viewers to understand that the people of Israel think differently. We are not our government. And yet I do think there is a place for the international community to advocate for the immediate release of all hostages. There are still 50 in there. And I hope you did see the horrific visuals from the videos of Eviatar David and Ron Boslevsky, and you understand the crisis. I do want to refer to the crisis in Gaza as well, but I want to say, we who call for life should call for life everywhere on both sides of any imaginable border or physical border. And those who cry for the death, for whatever, should understand they are talking from revenge, or maybe they are got a contagious disease of hate. We should eradicate that. We should really strive to bring back the hostages, to end the cycle of violence, and to make sure that the potential of our region, the potential of both people, the Palestinian peoples and the Israelis, should strive. We should bring to an end this terrible, terrible time of death. And I just want to point to one thing, when people who don't understand this struggle in our area, they very quickly tend to push or click a button or forward some hate-filled post. I would like them to pause and think of what they're doing, because that only escalates what's going on here. We need more voices like ours, like the families of the hostages, like the sane citizens of Israel. We need those voices around the world talking about saving life and not about killing the other or death to other or whatever terrible suggestions that revenge might create.
Can I just ask you, sorry to interrupt you, but you said that you know the family of Tiar David, whose images that we saw recently, one of the hostages who's still being held. Have you been in touch with them today?
Yeah.
How are they coping? Because obviously the worry, which seems to have been expressed by the head of the Israeli military in that meeting as well, overnight,
yes,
was the risk to the living hostages, obviously in particular.
Indeed, almost a year ago on October 31st, 6 hostages were executed because the IDF was close. Terrible decision of terrorists, and this risk is still there. And I really do hope that some sense of humanity will get into the heads of all leaders who lead things over there. And the David family and the Boslevsky family, we all became one big family, truly. And they are devastated. It's so difficult. Think about it. Think about seeing your son being starved, being tortured, make somebody so cruel that you cannot even imagine, making him dig his own grave inside a tunnel. Where is this coming from? I really still struggle to understand. And I do think that it's time to wake up. When we say strive to be diplomatic optimist, be an agent for change, we really do need to take a responsibility of what is going on both sides.
Can I also ask you?
Of them.
Sorry, Efrat, but if you don't mind me asking, I just wondered. I mean, if you could speak to Benjamin Netanyahu directly today, what would you say? Because
to whom, please?
To the Israeli Prime Minister, Mr. Netanyahu. what would you say to him? Because I guess the Israeli government, the wider argument is that this war has gone on for a long time. They are worried about Hamas still being able to operate, about other families being in this situation a few years down the line. Do you feel that they are still focusing on getting out the hostages, or do you think that the living hostages are effectively going to be sacrificed in this wider push?
I think you are right. And if I could, I would tell the government, this extremist, messianic government, to understand that they must listen to the people, the state of Israel. And this is where we need the international support in Israel, because we are not our government. And we need a push on the Hamas and on Bibi Netanyahu to finish this war by releasing the hostages and ending this catastrophic, horrific situation that is happening in our region. It's time to end. And my uncle came back. I can share with you the hope of rehabilitation. It can happen. We had terrible times and worry. And I was talking to you and explaining how wonderful and my uncle is and how much we hope to see him. It happened through diplomacy. And this is what brought him. This is what will bring the others. This is what will bring hope. Diplomacy is the way to end this. And of course, the eradication of terror, but we'll deal with that later. We need diplomacy, a fair diplomacy that will end this crisis to both sides of the border.
Efrat Machikawa, thank you very much indeed for being with us today. We really appreciate your time today.
Thank you. Thank you. And I do want to insert some hope, because if we will talk to the leaders of the Palestinian Authority and we will find a way, we will make sure that light does come and take over the darkness. We will.
Thank you so much for your time, and best wishes, of course, to your family, especially those who were taken hostage and have now been released. Thank you. Well, earlier I spoke to Amir Avivi,